Hanc congratiationem universitas ad gradis varios conferendos apertem esse dico. Welcome to the autumn conferring celebration of the College of Science, Engineering and Food Science. It is my huge pleasure and honour to welcome you to this incredibly special celebration for you on your special day of graduation in 2020. What a magnificent achievement for all the hard work, and we're here to celebrate. I want to extend my welcome to friends, family members and loved ones and supporters joining you for an incredibly special day. They may be in the room next to you, they may be across the world, but we want to warmly welcome you to celebrate this incredibly important day. Thank you for being with us. This is a time when friends and family can gather with our graduates to recognise all that you have achieved. I must acknowledge that this is a different kind of ceremony than any of us would have hoped to have ever had, but of course COVID has taken all our lives over in the last number of months. But that's not going to take away from your achievement. It's not going to take away from the celebration that we're going to have with you today. COVID-19 has meant we've had to postpone the typical autumn celebration that we have at University College Cork, where we walk around the campus, the clamour and sound of the De Vere Hall, as people scurry to their seats, getting their gowns on, perhaps laughing and chatter that you might expect from a normal celebration that we would hopefully have at some point. We're not having it today, but we will do so in the future, and we will have a special celebration for you in June 2021. While this graduation may differ from a traditional ceremony, today is your official graduation day. So I want you to stand proud. I want you to stand together with each of us who are proud UCC alumnus. It is a very important milestone, the culmination of many years of hard work, commitment and dedication. I hope that today gives you a chance to reflect on the wonderful time that you had at UCC, on the memories you have made, the friendships you've built up, and also the journey that you've been on as an individual and eventually as a community here at UCC. It seems like only a short few years ago where I welcomed some of you at induction, and here you are graduating, a graduate of University College Cork. Getting to this moment as a result of an extraordinary capacity of self-motivation and talent, I want to offer you my heartfelt congratulations as a fellow UCC alumnus, and I want to say, Cór Gardagus, congratulations on this amazing achievement. The current pandemic has affected us all, but it's come a particularly formative time in your lives. No one could have predicted what your final year at UCC would have looked like. I think completing a degree at any time is difficult. I think at this time it was incredibly difficult, but you have endured. You haven't persisted through these tough times and achieved something remarkable. Your resilience, your hard work, your commitment have brought you to this very special moment today. Can I also thank you for your forbearance over the last number of months? You would have received many emails from me telling you about online learning, about assessments, how we want to keep you safe, but you stood up with us. You stood together with our faculty and our staff in the institution. University College Cork is fundamentally about people. It is people that makes our university, our staff and our students. During your time at UCC, you've helped make this university a better place. We celebrate that today. I thank you for coming to UCC. I thank you for changing our university, and I thank you for changing our community. I would also like to thank the colleagues that would normally be behind me here, but are now watching online and sharing this special moment with you for all the work that they have done. Whether that's the person on the gate that you met on the very first day, or the person in the restaurant, or student support, or your faculty. Those faculty who've mentored and nurtured you, encouraged you, inspired you, and maybe every now and then pushed you to say, you can do better. And you did, and I thank you for that, and I congratulate you for that. You pushed yourself, you lived your dreams, we want you to support you in your dreams. But we hope that this is a really important launchpad for you in the next phase of your wonderful journey as a UCC alumnus. Of course, you didn't do this alone. You're looking around the room right now, and you're saying there are people in this room, and perhaps beyond the walls of this room, that have helped you enormously. Your families, your friends, and partners, and those that are really special to you in your life. To all the parents, siblings, and friends and loved ones who have been there for you through these tough times. Maybe occasionally, when you shed a tear, express frustration, or maybe even ask for some money. I want to say to each of you that supported our graduates today, thank you. Mila Brikas. I also want to thank, on behalf of the university, all that you have done for these wonderful graduates of University College Cork. Your support and encouragement during your studies has been an important part of their success, and we're extremely proud of what they have achieved. But today you're beginning a new journey. In some parts of the world, they call this the commencement. Today is your commencement moment. Today is the day you put on your gown and you celebrate and saying, I'm changing something different in my life. You may be a bit nervous, you may be a bit apprehensive, but what's ahead? I'm not one bit worried. I am confident, as a UCC alumnus myself, that you will succeed. When I left here some years ago, I was unsure of where my journey would bring me. And little did I know that today I would be here as your president, as someone celebrating this amazing moment with you. I strongly encourage you to follow that dream, wherever that dream brings you, because you will make a difference. We want you to make a difference. As the class of 2020, you join an exceptional collection of UCC alumni across the world. So let me welcome you to that very special community of alumni. I'm confident that you will enhance their legacy and the legacy of this great university. I'm incredibly proud of being UCC's interim president, as somebody who's a student and alumnus of UCC, and whatever role I've had in my professional life, I'm a UCC alumnus first. I'm incredibly proud of you, and I'm incredibly proud of that. I've sat in rooms all over the world. I've sat in a room in Shanghai one evening when I heard UCC alumnus recall their wonderful days in UCC, how they went down to the local market to get ingredients to make authentic Chinese food, authentic Indian food. I've been in Boston, where people chimed and talked about the wonderful time they had at University College Cork. I've been in Ballinskellig, Ballincollig, Carrigaline, in places in the world that are familiar to all of you, where everybody had that sense of joy about what UCC was about, that shared sense of purpose, that shared sense of community, and the value that comes from being an alumnus of this great institution. I want to wish you well in the next chapter, whatever that chapter is, as you set out in your journey together with the 200,000 UCC alumnus. I want you to connect, I want you to reach back, and I want you to help us to stay connected to each other so we can learn about you more and you can learn about what actually is happening in this institution. As you embark on the next phase of your life, whatever will remain in education, please do remain and continue your education and research, or whatever that field it is for you. I encourage you to use your knowledge to make the world a better place. You are talented. With talent comes responsibility. We want you to stand out, as articulated in our graduate attributes at University College Cork, to be independent thinkers, creators of knowledge, socially responsible and effective global citizens, capable of making a positive contribution to society. We want you to change the world, to make it a better world. I'm absolutely confident that each and every one of you will continue to do whatever the role you have will make a meaningful change to the world in which we live in, whether that's in the workplace, overseas, or wherever that might be. I encourage you never to lose your desire for learning. Regardless of your age or experience, I encourage you to continue to engage in lifelong learning. Finally, it remains for me to say a heartfelt congratulations. I want you to celebrate your achievement. I want you to be proud, because we are incredibly proud of you. I look forward to the day when we all come together on the campus, hopefully next June, where we can walk, take photos, and celebrate this wonderful day. And if not, maybe we'll do it at another time. Until then, good luck to each and every one of you. We are so proud of the class of 2020. You have accomplished great things, and you're going to accomplish even more. Cogardicus, Milabricus, and have a wonderful day. Thank you very, very much. One of the really important features of our conferring ceremony here at University College Cork is to have a guest speaker. Over the years, we've had amazing speakers. Today, we have someone really special. It is my great pleasure to welcome An Taoiseach, Deputy Micheál Martin, to address you today. Micheál Martin was born in Turner's Cross, Cork, not very far from here. He was educated locally at Scoil Cloisteau Cuistrí and Cloisteau Cuistrí Secondary School before attending UCC, where he qualified with a Bachelor of Arts degree. Micheál subsequently completed his Masters of Arts thesis in Political History before deciding to embark as a career as a secondary school teacher in St. Kieran's College, Camden Quay, Cork. It was at University College Cork that a keen interest in politics was developed, and Mr. Martin has been a member of Fianna Fáil National Executive since 1988. Terms were also served as chairman of Ógra Fianna Fáil and as a member of the Commission on Aims and Structures of Fianna Fáil. First elected to the corporation in 1985, Deputy Martin was Lord Mayor in 1992 to 93. Since entering national politics in 1989, The Cork South Central TD has served on Fianna Fáil front bench and in 4 cabinet posts. Minister for Foreign Affairs from 2008 to 2011, Minister for Enterprise, Trade and Employment from 2004 to 2008, Minister for Health 2000 to 2004, and Minister for Education in 1997 to 2000. As Minister for Health and Children in 2004, Deputy Martin introduced a nationwide ban on tobacco smoke in all workplaces. Ireland was the first country to introduce a full workplace smoking ban, and many countries have followed in his lead in this regard, and many lives have been protected and saved by this act. As leader of Fianna Fáil since 2011, he was a leader of the opposition until his election as Taoiseach in June of this year. I'm truly honoured to welcome our alumnus on Taoiseach Micheál Martin to deliver this autumn conferring address to the class of 2020.
A uachtaráin a chahirirligh a chéimethe agus a ghuineúis le go léir. Is mór an onóir dom an deise bheithegam má dheimhéin a ghabhailibh a cheann den na leitheanta is táchtaí agus a suntasaí sa saoil. Lá mór bronta mhór géimena. Seo céim mhór I dús aistear an saoildíobh. Cogáirgus as libh go léir. Níonig mise darúd go deo na leitheanta íomhne a chatne mar bhac léin in ollscoil Chorcaí ba hairseach de héal an léindom agus na féidirachtaí a bhí amach Róm mar dhuine óg. Mar chéimethe, chuirigh severas mhór léin, mhór skillne agus nuaíochta go mór le cáil ar díre mar aintse talana. President Professor John O'Halloran, Chairperson of the governing body, Dr. Catherine Day, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to have this opportunity to address you all on what is one of the most important days of your lives, a day that you will remember forever, your graduation. UCC is not just my old alma mater. It was and is my old friend, my gateway to a world of learning and a great place to be young in, something which all of us can relate to. UCC is a special place for me. It's where I met Mary, my wife, and where, in the President's Garden, I proposed. Its famous motto, where Finbar taught, "Let Munster learn," was and is a message of hope for countless thousands of undergraduates embarking on life's journey. It's an assertion that resonates in an imperceptible way into one's very DNA. It's an invitation, indeed a challenge, to the curious, the expectant, the shy, and the bold to explore the riches of the human experience across the 4 colleges that make up this great university. Together as graduates, you make up a multidisciplinary powerhouse of innovation and learning that will lead this country across multiple sectors well into the future. As a country, we are in challenging times. The twin challenges, indeed the twin threats of COVID and Brexit, are daunting. The established societal and economic norms of engagement that we've all grown up with have been turned on their heads by the COVID-19 pandemic. This is not the type of graduation that any of you expected or looked forward to, but I hope and I am confident that your many other memories of UCC will make up for any sort of disappointment you might feel today. This is a period of great disruption and change. When I reflect on it, I'm reminded of Lenin's famous phrase, "There are decades where nothing happens, and there are weeks where decades happen." Of course, the class of 2020, which you comprise, is an historic class. You are the class that has had the end of your years of studies disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. In years to come and in future generations, people will ask, where were you when the great pandemic of 2020 struck? You can answer that you were at a key moment in your education and your life journey when everything was turned upside down. You can take pride in the resilience and the fortitude that you have shown in the face of a once-in-a-century event. COVID-19 affects everyone and has had a huge impact on all students in higher education. But we must recognise the particularly significant impact it has had on disadvantaged and vulnerable learners. We are particularly grateful to all our institutions, including UCC, who've worked tirelessly to ensure the continuity of service to target groups of students. I'd like to personally thank all those in UCC who have been involved with the organisation and management of supports for such learners, especially the Access and Disability Services, IT Services, and indeed the Students' Union. The work you are doing is truly making a difference. In July, the government provided a multi-million euro funding package of support to assist further and higher education institutions. That work and that investment was in order to allow them return safely in the new academic year, to deliver courses in an online or blended fashion as appropriate, continue research and to safeguard students' mental health and well-being through initiatives such as the provision of IT equipment for disadvantaged students, PPE acquisition, the doubling of the Student Assistance Fund, and a range of related measures. The class of 2020 is graduating virtually today, but it is testament to UCC and to all of the higher education institutions up and down the country, and to students such as yourselves, that the system, evolving literally over centuries in some cases, is robust and flexible and willing and able to adapt to what we now consider in that terrible phrase to be the new normal. The other phrase gaining currency in the commentary about 2020 is that we are living in a brave new world. In that context, this government recognises that investment in research and innovation is vital to Ireland's long-term economic and social development. Successful societies and economies will be those that invest in and embrace talent, scientific research, creativity and knowledge creation, and learn how to successfully use these to improve society and sustain our economy. This has never been clearer than in dealing with the challenges we face with COVID-19. It is clear that we need to support research and innovation more than ever. We often talk about our Irish advantage, but what is it? Today, our advantage needs to be our talent, our creativity, our ability to be agile and to innovate. When we think about some of the roles that people are earning a living from today, social media influencers, professional gamers, YouTube stars, the mind boggles. These roles just did not exist 10 years or so ago. The world of work, and with it our society, is changing rapidly due to the opportunities and new realities being created by scientific and technological advances. We increasingly see the disruptive impact of technologies for ways of working, skills development, and market opportunities. For example, artificial intelligence is being used to improve medical diagnostics, enable driverless cars, facilitate delivery drones, and much more. In government, we need to ensure that we encourage and support all areas of our society to deal with the challenges we face and to be able to embrace the opportunities presented by these changes. We have fantastic higher educational institutions like UCC providing educational training opportunities and undertaking excellent research to that end. While COVID-19 is the immediate challenge, there are many more: climate change, ageing populations, automation, food security, and cyber security. Science, technology and engineering will be core to offering solutions, but we also need the humanities and social sciences, arts and creative disciplines as much, if not more than ever, as again the pandemic has demonstrated. It is the government's intention to ensure that capital investment is targeted to make a real difference. We want to make sure that it supports innovative and flexible approaches to teaching and learning, including online provision. We want to make sure it develops and sustains the research and skills base needed to grow our economy in the future. And we need to make sure that our investment now is sufficient to cater for a significantly expanded student body in the future. For us to do this successfully, all of us with an interest in the further and higher education sector need to work together. I was particularly pleased to see this sort of collaboration on the proposed Cork University Business School building, which will receive 25 million from the Department of Further and Higher Education Research, Innovation and Science towards the overall cost of the project. The Tyndall Institute, too, is doing some fantastic work with its recently opened electron beam lithography lab, which is unique in Ireland and whose capabilities allows rapid transition from fundamental research to prototype and manufacture in tandem with industry. So let us not waste this crisis. Already the move to online education has jumped forward by years. This change will help to promote lifelong learning and provides greater accessibility to higher education for more people. The flexibility of online and blended learning options provides students with opportunities to engage with higher education which were previously not available to them. In a very real way, this is a progressive move in the footsteps of the free second level education initiative brought in by the then Minister for Education, Donogh O'Malley, in the late 1960s. Technology can be a great leveller and can ensure everyone can access education when and where they want, within reason. So alongside the quadrangles and old-fashioned charm of college life, there is the cutting edge of technology and innovation which you as graduates will both benefit from and drive forward in your working lives. Specific technological skill sets are changing rapidly, but key human qualities such as independent and critical thinking, generosity of spirit, working together, inclusivity, compassion and decency, which are the bedrock of higher education institutions such as UCC, will never go out of fashion. Throughout our history, we as a people have come through some terrible times and periods of great change. We have done this by drawing on reserves of resilience, fortitude and hope. 100 years ago, almost to the day, the city centre of Cork was burned to the ground by the Black and Tans and reduced to ash. And yet, out of those ashes, there rose anew the spirit of this republic, now one of the oldest continuous democracies in the world. We sit at the top table as equals in the European Union, an alliance which has been of great help to us in the Brexit saga. We now have a seat at the United Nations Security Council, having been elected there by the international community, and not for the first time either, a testament, if any were needed, to our capacity to take our place among the nations of the world. We are one of the ancient peoples of Europe, with a unique culture and identity woven into and part of the European and worldwide experience. While we may be an island, we are a cosmopolitan people. The city of Cork is a maritime city which has traded with the globe for centuries. The city and its heritage has helped to shape the whole island's worldview. We Irish, out of necessity, adventure, and with talent, hard work and our creative arts, have made our mark in the world. Millions of Americans, Canadians, New Zealanders, Australians and others in a vast diaspora, generations removed from this island, are proud to declare their Irish heritage. That is an extraordinary and powerful asset, and we must never squander it. I was among the first wave of students to benefit from the free second level education introduced by Donogh O'Malley, one of my political heroes. Indeed, I was the first in my family to go to university. It was a unique opportunity that meant a lot to my parents. I loved my time in UCC. I explored the beauty of Corcaguina in West Kerry through the Irish department. I developed the capacity for critical thinking through the thought-provoking and enlightening influence of the history department, both at graduate and postgraduate levels. It is always important in life to reflect, to inquire, and to take the broader view. I served in the Students' Union and loved the arguments, debates, and cross-fertilizations of ideas. Above, as I said earlier, I met the love of my life in UCC, proposed in the President's garden and got married in the Honan Chapel many years later. It was clearly, for me, one of the most formative periods of a life journey that has taken me to the post I hold today. And now, as you graduate, you are embarking on the next phase of your journeys. You have been educated to the highest level and have at your disposal the fearlessness of youth and, most importantly, the discipline of an educational system that has taught you to question everything. That is good. It is good for you, for democracy, and for society. In a world where the established norms are being rewritten, the ways of working and interacting are changing. The system, and by system I mean politics, business, education, and communications media platforms, they need to be challenged constantly. You've received a great education. Now I ask you to use it to advance society. Every one of you have at your disposal one of the most powerful weapons ever invented, an internet-connected smartphone. It's only 12 years old, but you've grown up knowing nothing else but using it. And with it and the emerging technologies, your generation are laying the foundations of new ways of communications, working and engaging that will shape this country and indeed the world for generations to come. However, and this is the history teacher coming out in me, there's another saying of Lenin that we need to be aware of, and it is this, and I quote, "A lie told often enough becomes the truth," unquote. In the current era of change, disruption and threat, the need to challenge, question and verify facts has never been more important. Use your education and the confidence and opportunity it gives you to always check facts and challenge where they come from. Your communities and your society will be relying on you. Education has been the key to the modernisation and advancement of this country over the past 50 years. It is the reason that this government has as its first priority to keep our schools open during COVID. Young people will govern this country and the world in due course. As young people heading out into the workplace, you embody the hope for the present and the future for all of the generations ahead of you. While you may be heading out into the world at an uncertain time, I'm absolutely certain that you will succeed in your chosen endeavours. And I hope that in the future, you will look back on your time in University College Cork with great fondness, and you will recognise it as the pathway to success and the friend that guided you. I most certainly do. Enjoy the day and thank you.
Thank you, Taoiseach, for those words of encouragement and for your strong leadership at this very uncertain time. Nunc ad voco principum collegium scientiae artis ingenieriae et scientiae sibariae.
Thank you, Interim President. I am Professor Sarah Cullity, Head of the College of Science, Engineering and Food Science, and I'm delighted to be able to share this very special occasion with you. Unfortunately, we cannot be together at such a special time, but I want to assure you that we are all in the college thinking of you on this very special day. It is my great honour to now present you to the Interim President and attest that you are fitting in character and learning to be conferred. Pre honorabilis, pro vice cancellaria, pro tempore, totaque universitas, presento vobis hanc nostrae universitatis progenium, quam sio tam moribus, quam doctrina habilum et idonium, esseque edmentator ad hos honoras insignacia, etque tibi fide mea tester expondeo totaque academiae.
Ego autoritate mihi concessa, admitto hanc nostrae universitatis progenium ad hos honores insigniaque.
We are starting with the Bachelor of Science. Jamie Peter Hartnett. Joseph Patrick Horgan. Morgan Seaday. And we're now moving to the Bachelor of Science Honours Biochemistry. Sabina Nahar Alam. Laura Sarah Barry. Jamie Burke. Aisling Ann Buchanan. Owen Timothy Cahalan. Niamh May Casey. Kaylee Marie Cowan. Colm Niall Doyle. Bernard Joseph Foley. Amy Jane Ava Gillick. Sarah Marie Hannan. Amber Christabel Harrington. Josie Neve Herring. Alice Claire Kenrick. Lydia Lawler. Ronan Jeremiah Mansfield. Rachel Sarah McCusker, John Paul McGrath, Chloe Jean Maguire, Ciara Catherine McLaughlin, Elaine Annette Meany, Ciara Sarah Morrissey, Jennifer Anya Murphy, Ciara Saoirse Murray, Yulia Nicolaisen, Peter Francis Nyland, Daniel O'Brien, Sarah Kate O'Connor, Tiernan Keevan O'Doul, Aoife Helen O'Dwyer, William O'Dwyer, Benjamin William O'Rourke, Ian O'Shea, Ellen Olden, Stefano Preto, Orla Skillington, Rachel Smith, Natasha Steidel, Aisha Chelsea Suleiman, Zoe Walsh. And we are now moving to the Bachelor of Science Honours, Biotechnology. Anna Belitsky, Emily May Buckley, Dara Hidayaitapur, Callahan Richard Hagerty, Zoe Ann Kampf, Emma Kelly, Shane Laffan, Stephanie Marquez, Alexandra Josefina Migliaccio, Shaharir Hossein Mullah, Roisin Moore, Evan James Murphy, Keelan Murphy, Caroline O'Brien, Kate Marie O'Connor, Maria O'Donovan, Sean Andrew Pearce, Claire Iris Ryan, Megan Williamson, Stephen Williamson. And we're now moving to the Bachelor of Science Honours, Genetics. Aoife Bulfin, David Joseph Carroll, Leah Gabrielle Irwin, John Dennis Fehley, Sean Fitzpatrick, David Patrick Healy, Ciara Judge, Niamh Keane, Isult Leahy. Emma Rose Lines. Ellen Thomas McLearn. Aoife Marie Murphy. Fionn Sen Murphy. Melanie Patricia O'Donovan. Jack Michael O'Fagan. Shannon O'Leary. Kaylee Power. Brandon Desmond Peter Sugru. Huan Leigh Thompson. Connor Michael Toomey. Emer Wall. Aoife Whiteley. And we are now moving on to the Bachelor of Science Honours Microbiology. Lauren Andrews. Clodagh Michelle Buckley. Brianna Surica Cross. Kieran Harold Crowley. Surica Daly. Jeanne Margaret Devaney. Aoife Bridget Deneen. Anna Catherine Flynn. Niamh Gyrey. Patrick Louis Hand. Lilas Healy. Emer Francis Hickey. Paulina Monica Karsh. Evan Louis Kelleher. Shannon Elizabeth Lucy. Robin Louise Marfell. Peter Anthony McCarthy. Sophie Ellen McSweeney. Adam John Meehan. Sinead Ann Mulcahy. William Gerard Mulcahy. Niall Mullen. Robert Patrick Murphy. Matthew Michael Murray. Deirdre Ní Leonard. Leo Nunn. Dara Michael O'Farrell. Brina Deirdre O'Mara. Anthony Michael O'Neill. Lawrence Patrick O'Reilly. Lucy Ellen Reaney. Josephine Rogers. Cian Edmund Savage. Kate Rachel Sheehan. Camilla Tibor. Ciara Ashling Tobin. Stephanie Catherine Virgo. Ailva Woods. Christina Woods. And we're now moving to the Bachelor of Science Honours Neuroscience. Katie Brown. Anna Maria Chow Chan. Michael Kevin Collins. Maeve Marie Humphreys. Dominica Janula Vechuta. Shirley Shute Yi Lam. Padraig Joseph Ledden. Chloe Frances Loughran. Kimberly Naomi Murray. Emily O'Mahony. Laura Bernadette O'Neill. Kieran O'Sheen O'Regan. Sean Matthew Powter. Rachel Nora Ray. Megan Louise Roberts. And we're now moving to the Bachelor of Science Honours, Physiology. Hope Bridget Barron. Amy DeLay. Ryan John Harney. April Kelly. Philippe Jacek Kawauchesh. Ellen May Moore. Aoife Josephine Nelson. Lorraine Maria Nolan. Lauren Hannah Noonan. Saul O'Brien. Luke Simon Pierce. Emily Bridget Quinn. Joy Rowan Casey. Aoife Dolores Sline. On behalf of the College of Science, Engineering and Food Science, and all our staff and students, I want to congratulate you. We are incredibly proud of your achievement, and I am hoping that you're enjoying this most special occasion and that you're celebrating. I hope you're taking some time to reflect on all you have achieved in your studies, which we are recognising today. Today's conferring is a recognition of all your hard work. Congratulations.
And finally, I want to add my congratulations to you on this wonderful day. Enjoy your celebrations. I'm now going to conclude this ceremony. Hanc congrationem universitatis ad gradum verios conferendos nunc finitum esse dico.